Chalo.
Let's do this. Oh God, man, I'm really. I don't know why. It's just like funny but scared. Like when people know that they're gonna die, but so they see it in a funny take.
Yeah, this is
That's
like
how
that,
this
right?
podcast looks like. So finally, we're telling the world, I give up. I know.
I give up. We are opening up to you guys so that you can shit on us more.
Yeah, like I know this is basically me starting to podcast. It's 5 years of doing stand-up comedy, then accepting, guys, I haven't made it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying literally everything now to get into this. I have my own podcast and I have this also.
Yeah.
I'm doing as much as I can.
Let's do as much as possible, and that's what the game wants. Like you have to be consistent, and you have to do a lot to be like there, out there in front of guys. Like, okay, I'm there. Come for my
And
show.
that's the problem. Like now you have to do, when they say a lot, they don't say how much. They just say a lot. It's
Yeah.
like, if you're a marathon runner, they'll tell you every day you have to run like 500, I don't know how many miles every day. But here they don't tell you how much.
10 miles?
Yeah.
Is it enough?
You're like, they tell you you want to write comedy every day. But how long? As long as it takes. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, that's not enough.
Yeah.
Give me the numbers,
There's no training and shit. Some people are like, you have to write every day for 1 hour.
Yeah, that makes
Right?
sense. When you give me an hour, okay, fine. I have a target I have to achieve.
But that never happens.
No, but it's-
when you sit for like 5 hours, you write for like 10 minutes.
So now you're just talking about our comedy. That's what we do when we hang out. Like there are so many times I've taken out my diary and like I would be sitting at an open mic just trying to pen down my thoughts. I would write the date. I would write the premise, and then around
Why
that.
would you write the date?
No, just be like, just like, because enough data. Like the problem is I'll write that and then we'll just be around doodles around it. No
Oh,
punchline,
yeah.
nothing. I'll just have like a ship. There'll be like a Pikachu drawing and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm like, why did I draw this Pikachu drawing? It doesn't have anything to do with my joke.
This is what my problem is. Like I have diary, okay? I have never written anything. But the moment I bomb so hard with my material, I'm like, I have to throw this material. So I throw the diary, not the material. And I get another diary.
Oh,
And
God.
It goes for like 10 papers or 12
Ah.
pages, and then I throw it again.
But why don't you write? Like, I think for me, writing is helping the most. Like, when you actually pen it down, like the basic concept is when you find a joke, that's the thing. When you find a joke funny, if you say it yourself in the mirror, and then you take a pen out, open a paper, and as you're writing, you're like, this is a shitty joke. So that's why I'm telling you should always pen down your jokes. That's the best way to do it.
I have to do that. I'm not doing that. But my whole game was to, if I have a thought, I will just try it first, then write it if it works.
Oh, you're
So-
going the Bill Burr way.
So when I
Yeah.
don't drop names like this.
Bill Burr used to do that, guys. Joteen Patro, Bill Burr,
same guy. This
and
man,
he started doing that after 30 years in comedy.
Yeah, I learn from other people's mistakes. So
yeah,
that's
no, but
who
the
I
thing
am.
is, the greatest comedians used to do that, and that's the best. That's why I don't do it. Because I know I'll never be great.
Oh,
so
whoa,
I'm
whoa,
just
whoa.
like targeting
Trying
for
to
like
be humble, huh?
not trying to be humble, trying to be realistic as
You
fuck.
don't have to feel like I am Bill Burr, alright?
No, you are, dude.
Be yourself.
No, God, Jesus.
Chill.
The best part is half of the audience who watches like, who the fuck is Bill Burr? What?
First, they will be like, who the fuck are these guys? Alright, then Bill Burr will come.
Oh,
You know
I
what?
didn't-
We just, in the beginning of the podcast, we mentioned Bill Burr. People will search Bill Burr and start watching him. It's over.
And he has fucking straight lawyer. That I think people to this day, I think I still have this thought that you haven't made it is because of your name. It has to be because of your name, because it is one of the funniest names. Because I've been with you at open mics, and every time some open micer or a new guy comes and asks you, so what's your name? And I say Anand, and like, okay. They come to you, Joteen. They always go, again, come again.
Yeah,
You've always had that experience with your name because it's a funny story.
They are actually like, whenever I generally audience also doesn't remember my name because its first name is a mistake.
Yeah, the
Like
second name
spelling
is
mistake.
Patro. So
Second
yeah.
name is Patro. Like they are like, oh, there is too much to remember
Yeah.
and process. They don't remember. And the reaction that you're telling about the new comics, right? First they listen to Joteen and their first thing is Jyoti. Is it Did he say
Yeah,
Jyoti?
it's with a Y. It ends with a Y.
He doesn't look like an uncle. Why Jyoti? Like,
Jyoti Prakash. Like that
Jyoti
would be a
Prakash.
perfect name.
They will remember that.
Jyoti Prakash, they will. They will
Easily
like,
remember.
they will save your number. Like that's how. Like I don't need his number. I'll just save his name.
It's like that Firera Firi Babu Bhaiya. You will remember.
Yeah, but the thing is Joteen. It's just like
Yeah, spelling of, I'll tell you guys. He knows this. The thing is, my spelling, Joteen's spelling is Joteen.
Yeah.
Alright? It's not
The-
Jatin. Jatin. It's not that. But
it was supposed to be Jatin.
it was supposed to be Jatin. My grandfather was like, how do you pronounce Jatin.
If
So-
you are in Orissa.
So he's from, I'm from Odisha, so he pronounced it as Joteen.
Yeah. And the best part is the guy who wrote down the name didn't even question him.
Yeah, because he's also from Odisha. Right?
Yeah, they're like, of course, Joteen. There's nothing wrong with Joteen.
They saw that and they were like, that makes sense.
Yeah, fucking. That's the worst thing you can do to something. Pronounce someone's name badly. Because I had that story in school. I used to be part of the football team. And my name was Anand, so they used to call me Andy. And I used to feel really good. 12th standard kid, people calling you Andy, that's such an American. I was like, yeah, that's such a cool name. But there was a guy who joined the team and he came from UP. He was like there. He just changed schools and he came and he was in the team. And he really he wanted and the thing was he could never say Andy. It was always Andy. It was always Andy.
Andy.
And he would shout in the middle of the ground, Andy pass de. Andy pass de. All the opponents like, tu hi Andy. I'm like, no, mera naam Anand hai. He embarrassed the living shit out of me.
Shit.
Oh yeah, dude, school.
Andy is worse.
Andy is the worst.
Worst.
And the thing is, and the problem is you can't even shout at this guy. It's coming from honesty. He really thinks I'm
Imagine he
cool.
shouts, Andy there, you remove your hand and throw at him in the ground. He'll
Chahiye
be
kya
like,
bench?
I will never say that.
Oh god. Although that was the funniest story. I remember when it was.
But one time it happened in my school, like my name is Joteen, right? There are obviously guys with the correct name, Jatin.
Jatin,
right?
yeah.
And one time there's football selection or volleyball selection, I don't remember, but they were like, the list came out and both of us are there, his name was there, but it was Jatin Patro. So they wanted to write Joteen Patro because I got selected.
Oh.
But they wrote Jatin Patro.
Because they are normal people.
They are regular people.
Yeah.
They know the spelling. They are not my grandparents.
Yeah.
All right. And that government official who wrote my name.
Exactly.
Okay.
What's your grandfather's name? That would be funny. If his name is like Akash, I would beat the shit out of him. His name is like the most normal name.
His name is typical old guy name which is based on like a god or something. Radha Krishna.
Radha Krishna, Jagannath.
His name is Radha Krishna.
Radha Krishna Patro.
Patnaik.
Patnaik, okay. Patro
Mom's
was
dad.
Mom's dad, oh, okay. So
Nanaji.
not that important, It doesn't
So
matter.
he ruined my life, it's fine.
I think that's why he ruined your life, because your dad didn't give him enough importance.
Yeah.
He took the revenge on your dad.
Yeah. Now I feel better because he's dead. So.
Oh God. So is mine.
So this is how it's gonna happen. So
Yeah, guys.
If you wanna watch Bill Burr, go ahead.
I mean, that was the joke where you should decide to continue watching this video or not.
Yeah.
If you're going ahead, I'm telling you, you're on your own.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear shit that you're not gonna be proud of. Oh God.
By the way, the podcast name is The Opposite Take.
Oh yeah, we forgot to tell that.
We forgot to start like that, right?
Yeah, I think next podcast I'm gonna write it here, The Opposite Take Podcast. Why is it called The Opposite Take? Because both of us are opposites. We didn't put any thought into the naming.
Yeah.
It's just very opposite. If any one of us seen us doing stand-up, I'm like this energetic. What happened to my life? My life is fucked up. And this guy is just like, my life is fucked up. Yeah, it's okay.
What difference does it make?
But the reason why I came up with this podcast name was generally the way we dealt with relationships. I think that is the reason why I came up with this name, because I've been like this guy who's dated like 4 women, got dumped, and I'm like, oh, when will I ever find love? Will this ever girl who love me? And this guy's like, I don't want women to love me. It's just so opposite, and that's why we came up with this name.
We are opposite because he cannot keep a woman, I cannot leave her. So I'm married, so that's how it works.
Married at the beginning of the pandemic, guys. I'm telling you, he's dealing with 2 pandemics at the moment. The first one is getting over. The second one,
I think she is dealing with 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's also a good way to feminism, guys. See, this is it's a matriarchal house, not a
feminist.
Yeah, the problem is
I not allow her. I'm okay with that. She's working. She allows me to work outside and do stand up.
That is not work. She allows you to have a hobby. That's what many people. I think that's how she would say it. This is a hobby.
This is a hobby. Why don't you do it?
Yeah.
For a while.
I remember that is such a thing about whenever I met women on dating apps and we start talking and she said, so what do you do? And I say, I'm a full-time comic. Hey, stop kidding, man.
Yeah, don't do this.
Yeah, what do you do?
Don't use full-time and all.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I am. And it's just the amount of level of wow that they go through to comprehend that someone can do this full-time. Especially after it's been 10 years since comedy has entered India, and I've been doing it for 5. And still, I'm like... पापा से
can
कैसे
do
मिलाऊंगी मैं
full-time,
तुम्हें?
yeah. Nobody can do full time.
Nobody
Yeah,
can.
people think like that, and even relatives,
Oh,
their
that-
friends,
relatives, so you can't do
whatever.
shit.
Everybody, if you tell them you're doing stand up full time, they're like, "What is that?"
My relatives still to this day think that I work in civil engineering, that I still build buildings. They still think. I swear to God,
So
I
right
go on
now-
vacations and my cousins ask me, so what's the price of cement now? I'm like, I'm on Google reading before I go. In the train, I'm reading. What are the questions they're going to ask?
So right now they think that you're putting bricks in some wall.
Yes, they do. They do. They think that. And the thing was, the funny part is, I never used to do that. I was a site
Yeah.
supervisor. They
Yeah.
still feel that I'm like a fucking, you know what you call that? What do you call?
Mazdoor.
Mazdoor. Yeah, exactly. That's the correct word. Labor.
Labor.
Labor. Yeah, we're
Mazdoor
gonna.
sounds like we are demeaning. We are
No,
classist.
Mazdoor sounds like it's an Amitabh Bachchan movie. That's what it sounds like. It's an 80s Amitabh Bachchan movie where like mere paas cement hai. Like you can literally see him put that template dialogue in every movie. Oh God. So that's why we came up with the name Opposite Take.
Yeah, when you told me the opposite take name, the first thing that came to my mind was bike riding skill.
Oh.
Because both of us are so extreme in that he rides bike like a bike should be ridden, right? I ride bike like bicycle.
No, you ride bike like how you're married. It's like, you know.
I don't have to go home.
Yeah, I don't want to go home. Let's, you know, like there is not, we are doing it missionary. There is no surprises here. Well, the problem is, people think that I have a sports bike because it kind of looks like a sports bike, but it's not.
Yeah.
It looks like a sports bike that has like a veteran's pension. You know, it's retired and it's taking pension. That's what my bike looks, because 3 accidents. I shouldn't be alive here, guys. I don't know.
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying.
should not say all these things.
Yeah,
dude.
no, but it was mine.
He's fine. He's fine. He's alive. No accident. He's just making shit up. This is all lies.
By the way, his bike is not even his bike. What about that?
Oh my God. Let's not go into that now. It's a long story.
Yeah, that is for
We'll-
stage, guys.
Yeah,
Not for.
we'll go to that in future podcasts if you want to.
And also one of the more, like, I know there are a lot of things that are opposites, but the only one thing that we have in common, other than the fact that we write shitty jokes, is the fact that both of us are from defense backgrounds.
Yeah.
He's
right.
Air Force brat and Army brat. I don't know which one
Army.
is cooler, but we know which is not cooler.
You just know the brat word is cooler.
Yeah, I know that.
This.
I swear to God, for a long time, I didn't even know what brat meant.
Oh, really?
I just thought a defense kid is defense brat. I didn't know it was like a spoiled brat.
Oh, okay.
Like guys who don't listen to rules.
Correct.
And it was like an oxymoron, army brat. And I didn't know that. I was like, okay, he's an army kid. That's maybe brat is like a synonym.
When we say it, we say army kid, defense kid.
Yeah, I always used to say that.
Right, but when people who hate us, they say brat.
No, they don't. You know who says defense brats? People on Tinder.
Oh, that is
Guys
so that
on Tinder say defense brats. Women on Tinder. Otherwise, I've never met an
Tinder is
army.
all show off and all.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's
I've
not
never
count.
met a defense guy. I'm sitting and having a conversation and he's like, I'm the army brat. I'm like, fucking, we'll slap the shit out of him there. And like, stop fucking saying the words that you don't know the meaning to.
Yeah, let me call you dad now.
Yeah. Okay. That's the thing. Only on dating apps people use this word, and that is like so overrated. I swear to God, now it's so easy. Like in my bio, I didn't even write I'm an army kid. And I was talking to this girl and I said my dad was in the army. She was surprised of the fact that I didn't mention it in my bio. She was like, how come you didn't mention it in your bio? I'm like, why would I?
Oh, which means she's seeing so many.
Yeah,
people
exactly. So the
like
amount
that.
of guys who have written defense brand, I'm like, guys, stop doing that nonsense.
She would be pissed.
You're ruining the game for everyone.
So when she saw that, she would be like excited, like, oh, this guy is like.
Yeah,
not
and the
even-
problem is, why are you taking credit?
Yeah, that
Your
is-
dad did the work.
That is what I don't understand. Like as a
Or
kid,
mom.
you cannot be like I'm an army brat and be like I'm a huge deal.
Yeah, dude.
Doesn't make any difference.
Dude, if you call yourself an army brat, and then you're going to a college which is in civil, and you're just meeting normal civilians, you're not an army brat.
Yeah, correct.
You're just a guy who lives in defense quarters,
Defense squad.
who doesn't pay rent.
Another thing I think, if you are a defense brat, right, and you tell that outside that you are a defense brat, the first thing that should come to my mind that this guy had a life, not a regular life. This guy had a great life.
Exactly.
And he's a piece of shit.
No, dude, it's sympathy, dude. I think it's defense brat is sympathy.
Why?
It's like my father used to beat the shit out of me, but I still revolted against him.
That is there. That's, I don't know, every defense dad is like that.
90%
Most
of them are
like that.
90% of them are like that.
But the thing is, in defense dads, the first thing that comes to your mind is okay, the dads are strict.
Yeah.
But the life is so simple. It's not like the regular guys who are like living out.
They all think that we get up in the morning, carry a gun, and run around. They're like,
Yeah.
what will you do if the terrorists come?
Yeah.
They're like, I'll go to school. It's pretty chilled out. Defense life.
It's pretty chill. Like you don't have to do anything. You wake up late and all. Sometimes you get yelled at by your dad, but it's chill.
Which
like,
happens in every family.
There's no struggle, nothing.
Yeah.
But like if you, as an army brat, you if your dad was an officer, let's say, they would have 2-3 guys to hand.
Yeah, butlers. They do have butlers.
They have, right?
Yeah. But I think
your dad had.
Yeah.
Your
yeah,
dad had,
butler,
right?
one butler.
So that's like almost sorted.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything.
I used to just feel bad for the guy. Can you believe that he calls his parents in the night and his parents thinking that he's serving the nation and he's putting shoe polish on my dad's shoe, and I'm like, I just feel bad for the guy.
This is that always felt.
Yeah.
In Air Force also, officers had that. And
Oh, dude, Air Force. One of the most weirdest things I ever felt about weird is why is it so blue and white? Just everything is blue and white.
They
the obsession.
they went for the sky theme.
Yeah.
They couldn't come up with anything else.
No,
Sky has dark blue. Do you know? Just go out in the night and look at it.
No, the thing is, Air Force blue is so bad that Navy didn't even choose a blue, but Navy blue is better than Air Force blue.
Yeah, there's a color dedicated to
Navy
right?
blue.
Navy blue.
And that is way better than sky blue. It's just every command hospital I go to.
Navy went with white, right?
Yeah.
They could have gone with navy blue, no?
They do. There is another like a certain
The
set
pilots.
Of yeah, pilots.
Pilots in every one.
But no,
goes with
like
navy blue.
army is greenish. Army is greenish. Pilot,
Army
they wear that
is
full greenish thing. Army.
Full green.
Even Air Force is
Air Force
greenish.
also full
greenish.
green.
Yeah, full greenish thing.
But there are some pilots who wear blue.
Blue, huh?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there must be. I'm pretty sure there must be. But
grey is also there. Now they are colors, dude.
Now it's like they are also like, LGBT supportive.
Yeah. Full on.
The LGBT movement has entered the defense.
More women are joining Air Force. The pink is also there.
Oh god.
The orange, yellow, everything is in.
You should start with orange, not with pink. That's where I disagree. That was a point that you're trying to make there.
I'm just saying Air Force is open to
no,
colors.
It's not. It's
open
American.
To colors. Open
American
to colors.
army is open to transgenders can join.
Colors. I'm just saying colors.
Colors? No, I don't think so. They think the only time they go full colory is that at the air show when then the last thing is there. There are 3 fighter jets which leave the Indian color. Orange, white, and that's the most colory thing you'll see in army. Just everything as a designated color, and there's literally no creativity. Like I'm pretty sure
the
if they
thing is in army, the most of the colors are like shades of green.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
everything is kind of olive green.
Yeah, or if you are near a desert, it's
brown.
Brownish.
It's like light brown.
Light brown.
The Air Force blue is really good when it comes. Like they put navy blue for their Royal Enfields. Have you seen that? Some airports, some Royal Enfields, they don't have sky blue. They go with navy blue.
That one is really good.
That one looks really good. Royal Enfield, check it out.
Yeah,
fucking
that one is good. And Air Force, I was thinking Air Force could have gone with royal blue.
Yeah.
That would have been beautiful, but they went with that light sky blue thing.
That's how fucked up we are, Like there are 3 corps that defend the nation. We are like, we don't like your attire. We don't like the way you color yourself. These guys are like, motherfucker, we're trying to save the country here.
Yeah.
And you have
what you wearing? It's so bad.
Let's try some more color, guys.
Let's dress you up. All right.
I'm pretty sure like a squad would enter right now. But I'm telling you one thing. Army.
Black commandos are the best. Dude.
Oh, dude, my dad was in the Black Commandos.
Oh.
Oh, dude, it was the best uniform I've ever seen him in. I still remember the time I would be standing on the balcony and my dad would come back from office. But the thing is, he didn't come in a Royal Enfield, okay? That's just an image that Bollywood creates. It's so easy to buy an Enfield. No, my dad would come in a Splendor. He would come in a Splendor and you could see him take that left turn. I was just standing on my balcony. I'm just looking at him. He comes out with that black uniform. He has that black beret. And it looks really good.
On a Splendor.
Yeah. And then he gets off. And the
so
problem is people see only that image of him walking down, getting down from the bike. The problem is he comes up, watches his face, and then I see this black commando eating sambar rice. It just ruins the image. I can't wrap my head around like, yo, that is not how I imagined it.
While he's eating, you're sitting, he can't save anybody.
Yeah, he can't. It's like he's taking like sambar rice and then he takes an appalam and I'm like, he's ruining patriotism for me.
He picks up rice and somebody eats and drops something.
Yeah, he drops something.
How do you hold the gun? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, that's so true. Like, that's the thing. People, when they live in the army, they think it's all glorified. No, it's not. Like, I've seen army guys get drunk and they dance for like old Bollywood songs. And it is the most pretentious shit ever because most of them don't know how to dance. Because that's what army teaches you.
Yeah.
You know, if you are flexible, you're fucked.
Your dance movements are exercises.
Yes, it is exercises. You go 1, 2. That's all it is.
So you remember what Sunny Deol used to do in dance? That's what
he was playing the character
of a
Sunny
army
Deol,
guy.
Yeah,
or
Sunny
a
Deol can
defense
dance,
guy.
guys. He can. It's just he was sticking to the character.
Yeah.
But army, I think the problem with the people have this misconception about army is because of the movies, dude. It's just like we watch every movie. It's so shitty. Like my only favorite movie in army is Lakshya. Because it's one of the most perfectly like portrayal of an army officer, the way they do it.
How the life goes.
Yeah, how the life. It's very simple, you know. It's very like professional.
How from a dancer he becomes a sad dude.
Okay, that is Farhan Akhtar. Okay, but it's a very nice portrayal of an army guy. But if you watch movies like Border, like there's a guy sleeping on the Thar does it like ye dharti maa hai meri.
Oh.
No army officer talks like that. You know, nobody talks like that.
Nobody talks like that. It's
Not
true.
even like the Sipahi who joins with patriotism.
Correct,
If you are
correct.
like that patriotic, they won't select you. They're like, this guy can fuck us up.
They want serious guys. They don't want dramatic guys like who have like
Of course.
too much. Movies में वही दिखाते हैं. They show that.
They
Like guys are like sad, emotional, missing home photos and all. Who misses home?
They're happy, guys. Imagine if I send you to Leh for 3 years with full pay,
Yeah.
away from your family.
Kids and wife.
Yeah. Think about it. Just,
Think
you
about
know,
it.
they are actually thinking about it right now.
There's no.
Yeah. That's the thing. You see so many Instagram pages where they say for 5 days in Leh Ladakh, 30,000, 35,000. Telling you 3 years for free. Imagine additional pay.
And you get paid.
Yeah, you get paid. And fucking you get a butler. You get a helper.
Helper, yeah.
Yeah, who fucking who buys stuff for you, you know?
If you want to be helper, that also we
The
can do.
only like only loss here for you is that you can die sometime. Maybe somebody can kill you.
That's there in any post.
Yeah, any post. You mean an HR can die?
No, any post in army.
In army, no, there are some posts where you can't die. I met those guys. They can never die.
Oh.
You should go to the accounts department.
What
in
are
army.
these? Oh, accounts.
Accounts department. They are the-
Canteen.
They can never die. There should be there will never be a surgical strike.
Unless they do a really bad billing.
Even then they'll be fine. I don't think so. But yeah, I don't think so. CSD canteens can ever be. You know, there should be like a suicide attack there. It can never happen.
So chill. It's just a job of a cashier.
Yo, dude, I wish normal civilians could go to canteen and see how it works.
Yeah.
Because you know the amount like Amazon, like Ideal Mart and supermarkets are going so high. If you have a card, membership card, they can just swipe and buy the products. And you should go to a canteen to see how so much of India still lives in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know how the process in canteens are, right?
I know.
When you enter, there is like there is a
write-
shelf with the products, and you have to write down the code written on them
And quantity.
and quantity. You have to write it on a piece of paper, and then you have to go to the cashier and you have to give it to him. He'll go check if it's available or not, and then
Yeah.
he'll come back and tell if you want it or not.
Yeah.
And if you go to a CSD canteen as a civilian, it will take you 1 day to figure it out.
Correct. But now there are some CSD canteens which are like big ones, like supermarkets.
Yeah.
So they have like cart and everything. You can do it.
They do.
But before, when we were kids, that was not the case.
Dude, what you're telling is like imagine there's a headquarters and there's like the main CSDs like that. But there are some like outside like
Outsides.
camps, and they have like small CSD
Small
canteens
CSD.
where
It's
you'll
like
get like 2 Colgate and Lifebuoy. That's all you can get.
It's like a takeaway restaurant.
Yeah, and the best part is you get shoes and only Power shoes. The brand Power, nothing. You don't get Nike or Adidas. I don't know about now, but I remember when I was a kid, all kids were wearing Power shoes.
Now you can get that time Power and
Lotto, exactly. I remember Lotto. Every like that Saturday we used to study in Army Public School. And every Saturday would look like it's just an ad for Power and Lotto shoes. Every kid is just wearing white and that thing. And by afternoon, you look like light brown. So hot, dude. I studied in Rajasthan.
This Army Public School, this thing you said, right? I was in Air Force School for my whole life. But when I went to Kolkata, there was no Air Force school nearby.
Okay.
So there was one Army school.
Uh-huh.
And my parents were planning to put me there, and I was thinking that will be really strict, and they will be like discipline and all. Like you have to wake up at 5 o'clock and run around in the ground. But I didn't join.
You didn't join because of that?
No, not because of that. Because there was another school.
Ah, okay. But how is Air Force schools different? I've never studied in an Air Force
Air Force school looks like an hospital.
Yeah, exactly, it does. Looks like a command hospital.
Yeah, it's perfectly like that. And it's like regular school only. Kendra Vidyalaya, bro. Whatever it is, it's same.
It's regular, it's just like Indra Vidyalaya?
Yes, there is no difference. It's
Oh.
just that it's inside Air Force camp and some Air Force officer is investing in it.
Ah, okay. That
That's
happens
all.
in KV also.
Ah.
Like whichever KV is there, that particular firm is investing in it. That's why they're so cheap. Because they have to be cheap because everything is government operated.
Correct.
But yeah, enough about defense. I think we spoke too much
No.
on.
Defense, yeah, we spoke too much, but yeah, whatever.
Who gives? You are not gonna watch it anyways. I'm pretty
we
sure.
Didn't, we didn't talk about Navy.
I
That
just
is also
hate-
defense. The thing is, I have never seen a Navy kid.
Never hung out in the Navy.
Defense
kid.
brat. If somebody says defense brat, I think either Army brat or Air Force.
Yeah.
The Navy thing never comes.
Because I think it's just that I'm too jealous of their uniform. It's just too jealous. Just they look. It's like every time I look at Navy. This is how I look at Navy. Okay, it's like Army and Air Force are those two studious kids who are trying to compete, and Navy is like this cool kid with a leather jacket who gets all the girls. That's how I look at Navy kids.
I have a ship.
Yeah, like they get a bike in 10th standard and you're coming in BSA cycle. That's what Army kids are. Like Navy kids, you see, like that's how you feel like. I've met Navy kids in SSB. SSB is that Army selection thing, officer selection. And I've met guys who are applying for Navy. And the way they just talk
How
about...
do they look like? Do
They
they look like
just-
humans?
They
or
look,
fish?
They look like humans. No. They look like Aquaman. Very skinny. If he was very
I
skinny.
think I've never met any Navy kid because they are not on land.
Yeah, exactly. Infidelity. Most number of cases. That's the thing, no?
You were telling, no?
I was telling you, though, that's the thing. People tell infidelity is an issue in the defense. It's not in defense. It's only one core.
Mostly
You know how I
Navy,
can
yeah.
prove it? There are so many movies made on army. It's
Yeah.
all about patriotism. There was one movie made on Navy and that was about infidelity.
Yeah, what was that?
Rustam. There was only one.
She cheated on Akshay Kumar.
Yeah, come on,
Just
that-
because he's in Navy. He was
Yes.
And Akshay Kumar played a regular auto driver in another movie. Never got cheated.
Exactly, man. You gotta come back home at 8 o'clock. Okay, this is very bad. It works for both genders, huh? We're just not talking about men.
Yeah.
Even women, you need to come back early.
Maybe.
But
Not
that's
because it's dark and dangerous, just because the
yeah,
incident.
your marriage is at stake.
Yeah, that's all we
Or-
are saying.
that's all you're saying. This is where we cut.
Yeah, we go to another take.
No.
Take 2, action.
Take 2. Navy is a very good force.
Good, very good.
Every Navy person is a good Navy person.
Good Navy person.
Oh
We
god.
should respect them because they are dying in the sea.
I'm pretty sure they're not dying. They're fucking eating some sharks and having fun.
Dude, every year.
Can
they
you
have-
believe you are literally at a place where you can do fishing all the time?
You are on a cruise
Yeah.
throughout the year.
Yes. And you're wearing those white cap, looking like every woman wants to fuck you. You just reach the shore, people are jumping on you. Like, but have you
Yeah.
seen a defense guy?
Do you
Army
think?
guy.
Do you think when Titanic came, Navy guys were like, "I have a ship. Let's make out." I don't know.
I think that's what Jack actually said to Rose. This is my ship. She's like, yo, you look too
Yo,
underdressed
yeah.
for this ship.
Yeah, I'm being humble here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm being humble. And she, like, fuck it. I don't want to talk about Titanic. Enough people have spoken about Titanic. It's just the only problem is nobody accepts it. That then when they were a kid and they saw that movie, they just saw it for those 12 minutes. Nobody have this fucking balls to ask. No. The cinematography, the ship, the iceberg look. No, it was for those 12 minutes. I remember Star movies.
Everybody was for that only.
Star
for the
movies.
painting.
I remember 1999 or something. That movie, like, and that time censor board was very chilled out in India. Nobody used to give a fuck. And they actually showed the scene of him painting Kate
What
Winslet.
time was it playing?
It was in the night. It was 11 o'clock in the night.
That
And
time
I
they
remember,
don't care
I
about
remember like sitting at home, full volume low, and I'm like, Just, looking at my parents' bedroom like nobody's gonna come or not, with a fucking awkward boner just sitting there like. And then my brother's like, kya kar raha hai? Oh, no. He's like,
आजा दोनों करते हैं.
no, he's like, ye maine kal hi dekh liya. I'm like, oh shit. Because that time Star Movies had only 5 movies. They used to play continuously again and again.
Correct.
Telling
Most channels were like that.
Yeah, even now they're like that. They fucking everything is on repeat. But that's what, agree it. Don't say I watched it for the love. You watch it for lust.
No love.
Remember, dude.
It was just
Should we take a
dancing
break?
and all. Why should you take a break?
I think we did 30 minutes.
No, enough. We still have time.
I want to take a break. I swear to God. Can you take-
Okay, last thing. Did your dad beat you up?
No, like, like it
Like
was.
I have heard like RB.
Like it was his national sport.
Oh shit.
My dad had a poster of Dhanraj Pillai, the great Indian hockey player, and I didn't know it was. He didn't like hockey. He just liked the hockey stick.
I have the poster for the stick.
Yeah, just like I want to beat my son. Oh, dude, I got belted like crazy. I remember once I got belted so badly just because it was not even my fault. My dad just had a bad day at work.
Okay.
He had such a bad day at work, and he was eating something and biscuit, and he's 44 or 45 at that time, and I snatched the biscuit from his hand, because I wanted to have the biscuit as a kid, as a 9th standard kid, which is very normal to do. But he was so pissed that day because he had such a bad day at work. He whooped my ass. And the thing is, when you say whoop your ass, he didn't whoop my ass like how a father whoops a kid's ass.
Okay.
He whooped my ass like how you would see a bar fight.
Oh my goodness.
He put me on the floor. He held my hands and he stomped my fucking tummy.
Oh really?
Until I peed my pants. Underwear, full urine. It's full urine.
Shit, man.
And he was so angry, and I'm looking at him like, you know that I'm your son, right?
Oh my
You know that
God.
I'm your son. Dad, I'm your sperm. Literally telling him these things, hoping that he might
In that moment, you would think, shall I still call him dad?
No, I didn't call him. I didn't speak to him for 2 days.
Or call him by
And
his
you know
first
the worst
name?
thing? How did he make it up for me? He bought me another biscuit packet. The same. That's how he waited up for it.
Where was your mom?
Mom was in the kitchen scared to come.
She
Because
like-
my dad doesn't do that. No, don't think of my dad like that. Respects women.
The first thing that came to my mind was that.
No, that's not that. The problem is my mom is just very scared to interfere because my dad never like hit her. Never did that. But when he's hitting me, his hand is just swinging. So like if she comes, she's collateral damage. So my mom is literally like, I love you, but it hurts, dude.
It hurts.
You're on your own here.
I've been there once.
No, God. I remember I went to the bathroom to clean myself up, and I finished 4 buckets of water just pouring it on myself, and not like because I hadn't come to terms with what happened.
Oh my God.
So I was just taking a shower and just putting like, what happened now? Was it my mistake?
I have an epic mix for this, but I don't want to use
What
it.
is the mix?
Like
Oh, Jesus Christ. No.
cut it. We'll cut this. We'll cut this.
Definitely. So that was like fucking one of the but that was the last time my dad whooped my ass like that, because that day that was the first time I never spoke to him for 2 days. Like he would come from my office, I would be sitting in the hall watching TV, and I would just get up and go. Like we are dating or something.
Yeah.
Like he's my boyfriend
Silent treatment.
who's beating me up. My mom is like, you're ready for a relationship. You can do this with women. Do you know that? And I just got up and I went to my room and I'm playing FIFA, and my dad comes and is like, so how's your school? And I'm like, it was good. Teacher say anything? No. Just like one word, like, go, just giving him that
Cold
talk.
shoulder.
And then 2 days later, he bought that biscuit packet. I'm like, I smiled because I like, this is all I can expect from this guy. He can't do more.
But that was actually funny if you think about
The
it.
biscuit packet, right? Yeah. I'm like, Dad, come on.
So like I took this and beat
Maybe,
him up.
yeah,
If I give it back, he'll be back.
he'll forgive me.
This is how you get back.
Oh,
Kids.
dude, this was the funniest thing because at that moment, we were in this place called Ajmer in Rajasthan, and my brother was in Bangalore studying here. So I was literally like the only son there. So I was like my dad would go on exercises and I was taking care of the house. And I was also getting belted by my dad like this because I became the responsible guy. And all this while I wasn't. My brother was the one. And I'm just sitting there like goofing around, trying to play comedy games and all. Suddenly my mom is like, go to the shop, buy all this, buy all the vegetables and come. I'm like, huh? What? You know that I'm like, I'll go and buy kachori and come. That's the max I can contribute to this family. Can't do more than that. That was 1 year which was like fucking hell for me because, and actually kind of made me little mature, I think, in whatever I am right now. It started there. It started there because my brother wasn't there. So like if the thing was, I was so idiotic, like if my cycle chain came off, I wouldn't know how to fix it. I would call my brother and he would do it for me.
You were one of those army brats.
Yeah,
huh?
I was like the princess of the
Princess.
house. I was like,
Oh, they raised you like a girl.
yeah, they did. And the problem
But
was
beat you like a boy.
that time. That's when I became the boy, when they beat me like that. And I remember when I was a kid, they used to treat me like a princess was because it was ridiculously pampered. Ridiculously. Like I remember my brother would just do shit for me because I would not be in the mood to do it.
Oh.
Like that's how much well pampered. But my brother took revenge for that. He did. Fucker was an asshole. I remember once they bought that Mauser. Do you remember that Mauser?
Yeah, I remember. the small
The
yellow
balls. And he loaded it up and then he showed it to me. It was empty. It was cartridge was empty. He put it up. I'm like, I'm just gonna aim. And this fucker won an NCC gold medal for shooting.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
really?
that's how good of a shooter he is. This guy.
What
okay?
kind of family do you
Yeah,
live in, man?
this guy points at me and he shoots it. But the problem, he's saying it's empty. But the problem was he did this one ball loaded.
Oh.
And he took a perfect aim. Thank God I moved little bit. It hit me here.
Oh, otherwise it would have been
Yeah, gone.
Right?
I would have been like
fuck.
Pirates of the Caribbean. I would have walked around. I would have got like disability quota in any colleges. I'm like for sure.
Jack Rathnam.
Yeah. Jack Rathnam. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like fucking, he shot me here. And then the whole day he begged, he's like, please don't tell dad. Please don't. Because imagine my dad beat me when he used to treat me like princess. He used to get thrown.
Yeah.
He used to get
really?
thrown. Like literally like my dad. And not in like when he's made a mistake. When he's in the way. Like when my dad wants to go to the bedroom to the hall and he's in the way. Just like.
Is your dad a truck like JCB?
Oh, he was, dude. He was
Pick
very
it.
strong. Very strong guy. Very strong. I'm 29.
Black Commando, dude.
I'm 29. My dad is 60. I still can't beat him in arm wrestling.
Oh.
Still can't beat him in arm wrestling.
I think I
That
also
reflects
can't
two
beat.
things. My dad is really strong and I'm really weak.
Yeah.
There's two ways you can look at it. But
I think
yeah.
I also can't beat my dad.
Yeah, it's very strong. And this guy used to drink like a fish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, he used to work in the CSC canteen before he became an NSG commando. He was in the canteen. I was like, He would just come every day. Like, I don't know how he did it. I'm like letting out secrets right now. They're going to call my dad up. Hey, there are some bottles missing here. You need to pay for it. But yeah, what about your dad? You were saying your dad was also very strong.
No, he was very strong, but he never beat me up.
Your
Because
dad used to do something else.
something else. He was like very angry, so I was always scared of him. If I do some mistake, he will just get into my head. That was his game.
Oh God,
He
I love my dad now.
He will never beat me up. It's like your dad hurt you physically. My
Yeah,
dad hurt
and
my-
it was fine in 2
hurt
days.
me mentally.
That stays.
Emotionally.
That stays.
So what? I don't remember what I did, but I made some mistake. And after this is the morning time.
Okay.
I took bath. I'm getting ready to go to school.
Uh-huh.
I'm 8 or I'm 9, I guess. 8 or
Okay.
9. I took bath and he comes. He removes my towel, and I'm naked. All right.
It sounds like the starting of a porn movie.
Yeah, I'm naked.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
No, this
you
category
think-
doesn't exist.
You know where this is going?
Yeah.
This is exactly going there.
What, he pinched your dick? What did he do?
Stapled.
That
It hurts,
Just
right?
hearing about it. Did he?
No.
Right? Okay.
So
That's a police case if he did that.
no. So I'm naked now. The iron box. Back in the days.
The huge iron boxes.
we had, and the wires.
Even to lift it, you have to like put the
very heavy ones. So and it has fat like 2-3
big wires, big wires.
And it will have 2 sockets, one to connect with the plug
And one to connect this thing.
one
iron
to
box.
connect with the
He hit you with
iron
that?
box. He didn't wait. Listen to me. He won't hit me
Oh, okay.
until the end of the story,
Uh-huh.
and not after that also.
Okay.
So he picked up that wire.
Okay.
Okay, and he's like, I'm gonna touch it
You're
to
getting
your
a
body.
shock.
Yeah, you're gonna
Ah.
get an electric shock. Okay,
And
because
when you say body, you mean
body, not
the-
my balls or dick.
Okay, thank God.
My body. So
I don't know.
he's ve-
Suddenly, I'm relieved.
he's very close to my belly.
And how old were you at this time?
8 or 9. I guess.
Jesus Christ!
So he's
this
very
is a
close.
crime, guys.
No, chill. I peed my pants immediately. I
You
was
didn't pee
so
your
scared.
pants. You peed.
Oh, there was no
You
pants.
peed.
Yes.
You peed.
I peed.
You peed on the floor.
I peed on the towel which was right there.
Yeah.
I peed my towels.
Oh God.
So I peed immediately, and I cried, and I was like, I won't do it. I will never do it. Just go.
Did you at least know what you had done?
No, he
You
didn't do it. Then I realized.
No. Did you know the mistake that you had done the previous night?
I knew
Oh,
the
so you
mistake.
knew that. Okay. At
Because
least that is a good way.
I knew what I did. So then what happened? Maybe I failed in some subject or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, then you deserve
Something like that.
it. In army, you never fail.
So generally, other subjects my dad won't care. If I fail in science,
You
or
failed in
English-
Air Force, sir.
No, I failed in math.
Of course, dude. Max, you how
Math
can
is
you
the
fail in
main
Max?
thing. I didn't fail. I don't remember failing, or I remember scoring very low.
Oh, you mean
So-
98?
So he will be like, you have to score in 90s in math. Others you bring 35. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I don't care. He
Jesus.
never cared. Mom cared about other subjects.
Yeah, because
Because
mom is
she
into
knows-
literature.
She knows. She knows.
Because
my
generally
dad.
moms are into
My
literature.
dad doesn't
They
care.
tell stories and they put you to sleep.
So listen. So he brings the wire near to my body, and I'm like fucking peed, cried. I said I won't do it. I'll whatever. And then he's just like okay, and he left.
Uh-huh.
And then when he left with the wire and he walked to the hall and the other room. I'm like, it was not even connected to the socket. And
Ah.
this guy is
This is literally like that Mentos ad, Dimag ki batti jali, at the end. Oh god.
cried, peed for no reason.
Oh god. But dude, if you had not cried and not peed, then you would be the psycho. Like the guy who kills his
Yeah,
family and
yeah,
buries
yeah.
them in the backyard.
No, double
It's
murder.
good that you cried.
Yeah,
Made
yeah.
you more human. Your dad, your dad walked out like, whew, my kid is normal.
Yeah, he peed.
Yeah, because I have seen kids like that when their parents are beating the shit out of them in front of them. They don't even.
They don't feel. Yeah,
They don't even
fucking-
want tear. I'm like, dude, this guy is gonna murder them.
This guy is dead inside. He's gonna kill everybody.
I'm pretty sure there are some dead cats in his backyard.
Yeah.
For sure, definitely these guys. You meet those kind of guys in army and defense backgrounds. You generally meet those kind of guys
Yeah.
who are always quiet. I swear to God, I met this guy.
You meet those kinds of guys and you still don't meet Navy kids. What is wrong with it? Navy kids, what the fuck are you? Where are
Navy
you, man?
kids are a myth.
If you are there, just comment on this and we will see something.
Oh man, I'm gonna get so much backlash. I think if we get views, which is not possible, if we get Navy
Are
guys,
you on the ship all the time? What is happening?
imagine they grow up on the ship. They're like,
Yeah, where were you born? Pacific Ocean.
yeah, every ship is like a Noah's Ark. There's like a thing
Yeah,
they're just
yeah.
growing up there. But I remember like I've met like the most psychotic kids in school. Like not in college, in school is where I've met the most psychotic kids. Like I remember this guy who like there was like a bee that was coming to sting him, so he just did this. And so he'd correctly hit the bee.
Oh, he was that quick.
It was very quick, okay? Luck, it was that one of those moments when you just do this and it hits, right?
Mm.
It's not like the big.
I have had that luck with mosquitoes.
Yeah, this guy hit the bee correct, and I think he had something in his hand, and so he hit the wall, and the wing kind of broke it off. And so at this moment, all I could think was just kill it, dude. If it's not gonna fly, it's gonna die for sure. Ants are gonna eat it. Some nonsense. This guy was this most psychotic guy I've ever seen. Takes it up puts him on his table, opens his pencil box, takes out the compass, and then slowly cuts every body part. And I'm just sitting there looking at him. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And this guy just tells me, dude, it's funny, no? And that was the last time I ever spoke to him.
What the fuck?
Last time.
Either he's a dark comic now,
No,
or a scientist.
Uh.
Otherwise, should not exist.
He should be. Imagine if he turned out to be a biologist. Then
That's
I'm like,
fun.
yo, you had it planned all out. I am the psycho for thinking like that.
If he's a biologist, like scientist or whatever, he's
Nobody
doing-
didn't kill the bee. The bee was alive.
Yeah, if he is that now, then it makes sense.
No, but biologists
Whatever.
kill the animal and then they do the research.
Whatever. But that time he didn't have the expertise. But he was
Jesus
trying to
Christ.
do that. What is he doing now?
I told you that was the last time I ever spoke to him. Last fucking time.
He is in ISIS.
I'm pretty sure he's not in ISIS. I'm pretty sure
Oh, they
he's-
don't allow you to
Yeah.
cut
Even
every body
ISIS
part,
peop-
right?
Even ISIS people are like,
They
yo,
only
this motherfucker crazy, man.
they only cut heads.
Yeah, we only behead. This guy is like a crazy
Be
motherfucker.
handing, be legging,
Yeah.
be belling.
I think that is one moment where you can cut it. We are done. That beheading and handing is the worst joke we can end this podcast
I
on.
think this is the kind of English ISIS people know. That's what I think.
Yeah, actually, I think most of the ISIS English that I've consumed is from watching Iron Man 1.
Oh yeah.
That is where I understood Tumar, Mr. Stark, you come in. Both of us are doing the worst imitation of fucking ISIS. I know certain bunch of comics who can do great imitation and they are getting like, this motherfucker's killing it.
Chalo, let's end this.
Yes.
Thank you.
Just give
Thank
us
you
feedbacks, guys.
Give us some feedback in comment section. Share it, like it, and tell us what you what do you feel about this?
Don't tell me how you feel about
Yeah,
it. Just tell me.
don't feel.
Don't tell me how you feel. I've
But
dated enough assholes.
If you know any Navy kids,
Yeah,
tell
please
them
tell
we,
them.
We are
You know any
looking for
Navy
them.
kids, tag them and tell them where the fuck are they and tell them to come out of the ship. I'm pretty sure that Navy there was no pandemic. Even the virus couldn't find them.
Yeah, they are safe and sound. No mask. no
Yeah.
sanitizer. Ah.
Oh god, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some death threats from like imagine some marine commandos just come from the ceiling. You fucker, you think we don't exist?
No, Navy, dude, they will come through the pipeline.
Oh god.
Bye, guys. That's the
Bye
end.
guys.
Chill.
That's
Bye.
it guys.
Bye.
See ya.
See you.